in those desperate times. But also the imagery and the metaphors,
Yep.
they never change. The imagery of light and darkness, and that idea, those metaphors for how that represent each of those things that the human condition that we all go through, and how everybody has the opportunity to change. Everybody can make those choices. I think that never gets old, and it's something that, because it never gets old, we can relate to older generations that have read that book, that have read those texts. Sometimes it's hard to relate to people that are 30, 40, 50 years older than us.
Yeah.
And so to be able to talk about a book that we've read similar to them, then you can find that connection, because we're all going through that same experience. Even if it's hundreds of years later, we can all relate to that same experience. Whereas if we stop reading those old books altogether, then we lose a connection to just a couple generations ago.
Yeah.
To know where people have come from.
Yeah.
And so how far we've come, but also how far we haven't come. Because there are still so many people that struggle so much that are left to their own, left to die. Because it's not being paid, because everyone's so focused on their little world rather than the big world that's around. Not that far in a way. And what the difference is what do we as United States citizens get involved in? Like I think it was Gandhi that had said that, it was either Gandhi or Martin Luther King, pretty sure it was Gandhi, Martin Luther King, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you have that going on somewhere else in the world, then that threatens our peace. How at peace can we be if we know that this is happening to other innocent people?
Yeah.
And if we're able to divide ourselves from them, are we really being humans? Where is our humanity? And at that time, it was so easy to see because it was all in the same place. People had to step up. Whereas now, we see it online and it feels very far away. But it's not. It's very, I was just in Disney. It's a small world after all. It's very, very small, different, but not so different. Everybody's going through the same things. Everybody wants to raise a healthy family and wants to do better than their parents did.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be able to take care of themselves, and if that's not possible, then what are we doing wrong? And I think that's something that Charles Dickens is constantly trying to bring up. What are we doing wrong? How can we make it better? And the only way to know that is to see how bad it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, I think we have to hold on to that, because we hold on to those stories, but then we also hold on to the connection with, like, my grandparents who read those stories when they were in high school. We can connect with our family who, they don't know how to use the internet, so they don't know how to connect to us sometimes. And so being able to have those connections and share those stories.